Ye has been in hiding for just about the entirety of 2023, but allegedly, Kanye is set to break his silence and release some new music any day now. After a rough and controversial 2022, Kanye West has been absent from the public eye all year, finding peace in Japan, Italy, and recently Ireland. But this summer, Ye has not only done his best to stay out of the limelight and avoid the paparazzi, but also he has been hard at work on a brand new studio album. Working with the likes of Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Wayne, and more, Kanye's new record is set to be one of the most anticipated projects in recent memory, and it legit has not been promoted whatsoever by the man himself or anyone in his circle. While Kanye sometimes tweets stuff out or posts on Instagram while creating like this, there's been a few distinct albums in his discography that have been made in periods of silence like this one. Albums like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Donda were products of Kanye sticking to a private life and focusing solely on creating new music. And with Kanye certainly having a lot to address with this new album, fans have a lot to be hyped about. With insiders saying that new music is imminent, let's run down everything we know about this upcoming Ye album. Be that features, inspirations, studio sessions, and more. Now, we last left off with Kanye chilling in Japan with the new wife Bianca, and we would soon learn that this wasn't just some trip to get away from the paparazzi. This was a place where Kanye was making some music, as collaborators on Kanye's team on the music side of things would start posting about arriving in Tokyo as well. First began with Digital Nas and Ty Dolla $ign posting from a hotel, it looked like a hotel room with a studio set up there. And then as the days went on, we would see Ruga and also KC join the crew over there in Japan. We figured it was happening, but Malik Yusef would confirm fan speculation on the 17th of July when he would say that a new Kanye album was in the works.
So what are you currently working on?
Everything. I'm always working. Right now, we're looking at this new Kanye album.
This would also be said by Ruga on an interview with No Jumper, but that man, that's a guy you can fucking trust. He would not give any details about this shit.
I wonder when he's going to decide to release music, though. You don't have any kind of insight on that? You just working on shit?
You working on the album.
Right. But you help him write shit?
You working on the album.
You got a contract? You got NDA?
You working on the album.
This is really out of left field, and I don't think this is happening, but just out of my own fandom for this guy, Denzel Curry was also posting about being in Japan. I don't think it was Kanye related. If he has a verse on the next Kanye album, I'm gonna be fucking hype. I just want to throw that out there because you never know. But other than those in Japan, I think it's important to note the people that Kanye was talking about linking up with, or even linked up with prior to going over there, because he had that birthday party, right? And that is where we saw him and Freddie Gibbs, and we heard about him and Freddie working on some new tracks together, so I would not be surprised if he had a feature on this album. And additionally, Hit Boy would do an interview where he said that Kanye, after hearing a new song he produced, he reached out and said he wanted to link up with him in the studio. So don't be surprised to see a Hit Boy beat or something on the album. So all these people are over in Japan working with Ye. And we also have confirmation that new music is on the way. And then on the 29th of July, Kanye reactivates his Twitter. And he has this gold checkmark thing, which is basically what the blue checkmark was before Elon fucked everything up. But he essentially unfollowed everybody and then removed all of his posts. I'm sure he requested it and they did it over at the Twitter or the X headquarters. That's so fucking stupid. But Elon and another, one of the fucking Twitter higher ups or X, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. They basically said that Kanye, he will be posting soon, they expect. But I mean, he obviously had this arranged, I think. So it means something. And let me just say too, by the way, the Instagram posts, there was a few gems there. The NFT post, that was fucking great. Let's be real though, nothing beats the Kanye tweets. That was the most iconic shit. For some reason, when you put that man on Twitter, it is so much more funny. I don't know what it is. While he used Japan as his source of inspiration in the month of July for working on this new record, Kanye would move the operation over to Italy as August began. As soon as Kanye's in there, we see the likes of Ty Dolla $ign and other collaborators also being in the country. But speaking of Ye collaborators, Fireman would participate in an AMA on West Sub Ever on the 4th of August, where he would give a little bit of insight on this upcoming era. Now, if you don't know who Fireman is, he is a producer. He worked with Kanye in 2018 on Ye. He also worked on Donda in 2021 and Donda 2 in 2022. Main takeaways here was he commented on Ye's writing process. He said that he is very involved in writing his own shit, and he used the word tedious to describe the process. He also said the new sound is old Kanye, but new with the times. Whatever that means. We've heard that a lot. We've heard, oh, it's the old Kanye. He's fucking back, bro. Also would say that no Donda 2 tracks were being worked on in this era. And also that music was worked on at Kanye's birthday party, which ties back to the whole Freddie Gibbs thing. And someone would post a screenshot of one of these interactions on Reddit to Twitter, to which journalist Shane Cashman would reply and share a very interesting thing that Kanye told him in late 2022. Basically, he was talking to Kanye and talking about like what the process is of writing a verse, what makes a good verse, etc. And this dude was like, yo, like St. Pablo's awesome. Like that's an iconic verse, you know? And Kanye told him every verse is going to be St. Pablo now. Like kind of like the way I took that is like every verse Kanye spits now, it's going to be on the level of St. Pablo. Now we've seen that Kanye can still fucking go. Like Jesus Lord, the most underrated song on Donda. But the fact that he's so locked in with this new album and everything, shit gets me really hyped. After avoiding attention in the limelight for over 8 months, Kanye would finally make an appearance at Travis Scott's Utopia concert in Rome. Like I said, first public appearance by Kanye after the really controversial comments last winter. And he would come out, perform with Travis. But the big story is not only the cool ass pictures that came from this, but also what potentially was said as Kanye walked off the stage. I'm going to go on record right now and say that I do not believe this, because you have to be a skeptic in this modern music world. Like, all these motherfuckers do is lie. But there's some schizophrenic fans who believe that as Kanye was walking off the stage, someone says something in this clip. I'm going to show it. I don't know whether it's Kanye, I don't know whether it's Travis, but they believe that the audio heard says, album soon, man, October. Here it is. Now, I can hear that in there. Like, you tell me, and then I'm like, yeah, I can hear that shit, but, like, there's no goddamn way. There is no way. And news would only pick up from here, because on the 9th of August, an insider would come to the good-ass sub-moderators, and this is all very interesting. So, this guy, maybe it's a girl, don't know, they came to a mod and said that Kanye was dropping an album called Change. They said that this album was coming in October, way before the Circus Maximus show happened, where allegedly somebody said the album was coming in October. The album cover allegedly is set to be a picture of Emmett Till, who is a person in history whose tragic death is something that Kanye has talked about a lot in his career. Also, this song Change by Sam Cooke that Kanye has been working with since late 2021. He worked with it in early 2022 as well. And it's by this guy Sam Cooke, and it's a really cool song, and he has had intentions to sample it for a very long time now. Now, you have to take all this information with a grain of salt, obviously, especially when you consider the next info dump we're going to talk about from this guy named Insurge, which was a bunch of bullshit, but I still think it's fun to list it. Okay, so I'm not super in tune with the leak shit. I'm not on Yeezy Cord because I don't know. I've heard they dox people and shit, and it gets real fucking serious, and I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't think I'm man enough. This guy Insurge, though, he was deemed reliable because he leaked a lot of Donda 2 songs from what I understand, but also at the same exact time lied about the SoFi Stadium shit. He said there was going to be a show there, and he had the track list and blah, 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 and it was all some bullshit. But we believed him. We welcomed him with open arms because we were so desperate for Kanye news, and that was a mistake. So here's everything he said. I'm just going to run it down real quick. It's bullshit anyway. I do think it is fun to entertain, though. He said that Change was the album name at some point. A large level of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy tracks have been finished. I love that. Every single time these motherfuckers are trying to make money on a song that's unreleased, they're like, dude, this is Kanye's best shit. It's like, it sounds like Dark Fantasy, bro. Like, shut up. Shit just pisses me off. And Serge also said that Ye's verses are high energy, and The album has insane features. Older tracks were considered and being used on this album, but nothing from 2022. He gave examples being Alien and also Heartbreaker, which is a 2009 track from Good Ass Job. Album style is a mix of The College Dropout and The Life of Pablo and a little bit of Turbo. As if any of us have ever fucking heard TurboGrafx-16 aside from like, what, 5-6 leaks? Also said Ye has a plan for when the album's going to be released. The Emmett Till cover was fake. Music for the album is heartfelt like Runaway. Another one! And he also said Ye, Ty Dolla $ign, and Opium had a studio session together. And then that some track lists have new tracks and half from older eras, some almost entirely new tracks. So, all bullshit allegedly. We didn't know this at the time. And after this info dump, the Change Insider again messages the Good Ass Sub moderators. Now remember, the first message with the Change news was way before the Circus Maximus show. So he reconnects in August after this info dump and says, enjoy the rollout, 2 weeks. Because at the time, it kind of seemed like, okay, this guy's also saying the name of the album was changed. The info dump made it seem as if the album was really coming, so he updated us and said 2 weeks, whatever, which 2 weeks is actual time period, so we were like, holy shit, this is real. But this Insurge dude, then he like names a track every day. He said, can't, or where's the love, and then can't stand. And then 2 days go by, and this motherfucker's like, you know what, no, I was just trolling. Like, there's nothing to this, like, I was lying. Which is like, why? Like, just fucking annoying. And after this, the Change Insider again messages the moderators and basically says that that guy doesn't know shit. Our production here is on lockdown. So this is now him saying he's on Kanye's camp. He's inside the fucking inner circle, bro. But he says basically 2 weeks is 2 weeks. My shit is still valid and this shit's kicking off in 2 weeks to roll out anyway. And Kanye Defense Team, which is a page on Instagram who some people believe is reliable, would double down on this, saying, yeah, the insert shit, it was all bullshit, but Change is the name of the album, or at least was considered for the new record. We would soon learn that Lil Wayne was actually with Ye in Tokyo, as a user on Good Ass Sub would share a video of himself. I guess he was staying at the same hotel as Kanye, where he would see Lil Wayne and Kanye, and basically he provided proof he was there, and he saw it. This was back in July, obviously, when Kanye was in Japan, but good shit. We'll see if anything comes of that, obviously, but that'd be pretty fucking sick. Lil Wayne's kind of on a career renaissance, too. His feature run right now is, like, insane. But back to reality. Mid-August, Kanye's team is over in Italy, and Donda Times makes a post about his Black Samurai, which almost everybody on Kanye's team working on the new album, or at least believed to be working on the new album, they would all like this post. Donda Times, obviously a Ye-related account, and they would make this post describing this guy who was a slave, and he would become the first ever Black Samurai. And this is something I could see Kanye making a point out of and finding some inspiration when creating this upcoming album. Samurai's name was YESUKE, so a lot of people in the Kanye community have been saying YESUKE for a potential album name. No, they're just fucking around. But the Change Insider would again message the moderators after people started picking up like, yo, everyone is fucking posting about this shit. And he sent them the samurai picture. Following this, we're waiting for these 2 weeks to go, right? And NBC posts an article basically saying that Kanye's releasing new music very soon. They say they have two sources. It's a very vague article with little to no information, but they have two sources. One of them was just in the room because they're friends with Bianca and heard some new shit in the studio. The other is in Kanye's camp. And the dude in Kanye's camp basically said, the release of new music is imminent. Like I said, very vague. That new music potentially was heard by a fan in Italy, as this dude would be at the hotel, hear the Kanye music blaring, and meet Ty Dolla $ign. Someone would ask him, like, yo, since you were there and you were hearing the music, like, what's the situation? Are they working out of a hotel room? What's the music sound like? And the dude would basically post that they were renting a conference room in this hotel for a long period of time, using it as a studio, and also that the music was sounding finished and really fire. Soon after, Kanye collaborator Oz Taylor would post on social media a video that was a snippet of a new Kanye track. Now, we don't officially know that this is a Kanye song that is being considered for this new album, but it would be taken down virtually everywhere, even places it was reposted, so we can say with a lot of confidence that this is probably a track, or a snippet of a track, that's going to be on this new album. All we can really make out regarding the snippet, because it's not like this is like a 15-second, like, here's some lyrics type of snippet, it's like fucking very brief. Kind of hear like a Jay-Z sample, I think, in there. And they're just an 808 drum with the beat. But like I said, this shit was taken down like immediately. Like Twitter, it was claimed taken down due to copyright. Even on Reddit, taken off of Good Ass Sub, taken down. So I think it's pretty safe to say, you know, obviously leaks like this often, I mean, this is a short snippet, so they took it down pretty quick, but leaks often lead to album delays and such. So I think it's pretty safe to say that this shit is probably new Kanye track. And we know that shit's really going on in terms of this album's progression, because we have confirmation that Sci-Hi the Prince, also in Italy working with Kanye on the album, and he is obviously someone who is always essential in helping Ye write bars and everything. It isn't really a modern Kanye album if Sci-Hi isn't working on it, so especially regarding the fact that writing is usually one of the last parts of Ye's processes in terms of writing music. You know, he creates the beats, then he mumbles over them, and then he goes back, writes those bars, so could be getting pretty damn close. Speaking of getting pretty damn close, I've got to mention this shit. That was one of the nastiest transitions I've ever done on this channel. But late August, these pictures surface online, paparazzi pictures of Kanye on a boat with wife Bianca. Seems innocent, right? No, Kanye, he was getting a blowjob. We see the man's ass crack. I'm enjoying the rollout. But lately, we've been getting even more very vague reports that Kanye's album is on the way and dropping very soon. In particular, some Twitter pages that are pretty reliable saying that Kanye is set to drop new music and it can happen any day now. The 2 weeks are officially up in terms of, you know, the Change Insider saying rollout starts in 2 weeks. But per usual with Kanye, plans change all the time, especially regarding the release of his albums, the progression, etc. What we do know is that work has been done for a long time, so while not getting my hopes up for a release date anytime soon, I am remaining optimistic in terms of the fact that this thing does exist, work is being done, and people have heard the tracks, and we've even heard a few little snippets, which we'll get into in a second, that sound pretty damn good. But although the 2 week thing is up, there's another countdown to get your hopes up in and invest in, only to get your heart broken, because this 0000.studio account on Instagram, they confirmed the whole Donda 2222 date thing, so they're reliable for sure. They've been posting this weird story on Instagram like every day, and each post has a letter in it that gets lower every day. So it was like 10, 9, 8. It's counting down to something. What it is, who the hell knows, but it's something. So if you're really desperate to get your hopes up and invest in some terrible theory, there you go. Looking at the patterns and overall, you know, path that Kanye has taken working on this new project in various different countries. July, Ye works on the album in Japan. August, he moves it over to Italy. His team follows him and they're working on the record there. First thing September, the date of this filming, Kanye has arrived in Ireland. His team seems to be there with him, Oz Taylor and other collaborators, and Ye kind of pulled up due to this electric picnic festival where he met up with Steve Lacy. Lacy performed at the festival, but him and Ye linked up backstage where Kanye actually played him some shit off the new album, some shit he's been working on. We have a snippet of one of them. Ye played a lot of other tracks for Lacy there other than that one. We just only have snippet of that song in particular because the guy on the Discord who basically recorded that and linked it there, he didn't want to record other shit because he wants to work with Kanye in the future. So that song, obviously, a very soulful beat to it. I guess there's other tracks there. One of them featured Ty Dolla $ign and Young Thug. So damn, this thing's really fucking cooking. Not sure if the entire album production will be moved to Ireland this month. Looking at the pattern, you know, July, Japan, August, Italy, that may be the case, but it's too early to see as of this filming. But Ye and his crew, they've been hard at work on this album all summer. For 3 months, they've been seriously focused at work on this new record, and all signs are pointing to a rollout starting up any day now. This album is very important. Kanye is taking it very seriously. I think he understands that because he has a lot to come back from, and he has a lot to prove. Sure, the grand scheme of things, like the VMA comeback, that's like one of the craziest things in music history, right? But when we really look at it, like compared to what Kanye said last year, that has a lot more severity to it than him interrupting some girl who won a fucking award at some dumb award show. For the first time in a very long time, Kanye has been totally silent, and it seems as if he's finally gonna put his message in the music and let his art, his creation, just speak for itself. And in my eyes, I've said this for a long time on this channel, I think Kanye's best way of communicating his concepts and ideas with people is through music. So I'm very excited and anticipating whatever this new release is going to be from Kanye, if it even is happening anytime soon. I'm sure I'll be back here in a couple of months to say, yo, we went through all this shit. We got another video of Kanye's butt cheeks out on a boat, with people saying he's gonna drop any day now. I mean, there's got to be something rolling, right? There's got to be some sort of action being taken and potentially talks of a tweet being sent out, of an announcement. We shall see. I'm trying to remain skeptical to not get my hopes up, but like, the hype is real right now. And if reports are to be believed, it seems as if a new era in Ye's career is about to begin.